weird having boobs now. I've never had boobs in my life. And then now, breastfeeding, I'm like, I don't know how to have boobs. I feel inappropriate with big boobs. I don't know what
That's
the
the
thing
thing
is.
though, like I don't have big boobs, but I have boobs.
Yeah.
But like, I hate when they're like out and about.
I mean, it's just almost a little like, I don't know, I've grown up my whole life, I've never had boobs, like just very, very tiny. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I wear clothes? What am I doing?
Yeah, it's a different ballgame.
It is. Leave a comment if you agree.
Let's go, let's leave, let's hit, let's go. Holy hit, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm gonna be spilling the tea on brow tints. Leave me a comment, let me know what you do and if you do anything similar or different to what I'm doing. This is my assistant, by the way, this is Shayna.
Hey.
I'm gonna be doing a brow tint on her and me because we need it. I like to use this brush from Framar. It's actually a Guy Tang brush and I've had it for a really long time. I love it. It's I think originally it's for like balayage, like if you do like a face frame balayage or something, but it works really great for a brow tint. So I'm just gonna be applying this on her eyebrows. And we wanna make sure we fully penetrate all the hairs, especially if somebody has really thick brows. And I can put this over top of makeup, so your client does not have to take off their makeup to do this. You can just apply this on top of brow gel or anything like that. And while this is processing, it's gonna look really dark. So if you have a client that gets a little freaked out with big changes, I would turn them away from the mirror. Truthfully.
I like them dark.
I love my eyebrows dark. So I mixed up a 4 ash blue, and that's just like a very ash level 4. And I know that sounds really dark, but on the brows, for some reason, like it doesn't look like a level 4. It almost comes out as like a level 5-ish, because we're only using 10 volume. I am not using 20 volume for this. So whenever you're doing a brow tint, I would suggest mixing up an ash color, because usually they tend to fade a little bit warm. And also the reason why I use 10 volume is because if I used 20 volume, we could risk it going warm, and we don't really need permanent color on the brows. I don't know, it just kind of stresses me out a little bit to use 20 volume on somebody's eyebrows. I just don't think it's necessary. So I applied this super clean, so I'm not gonna have to wipe any of it off. But if you are a little bit messier when you apply it, it's totally fine. You can just grab a little towelette with some rubbing alcohol on it and just get around the brow. So I'm gonna apply mine on here. I let the brow tint sit on for about 20 minutes, and you can do this. This is a great add-on service for your color clients while they process with either their highlight, root touch-up, or even while they're processing with their toner or glaze. And I charge an extra $15 for this add-on service, just to give you guys an idea of what to charge for this service. I guess we didn't do a before shot.
That's alright. That's alright. They could see mine before.
Yeah. You can kind of see it. And I mixed up entirely too much color. But it's fine. So of course I applied mine kind of messy. So I'm just taking like a little cloth, and I have some alcohol on here. I mix my alcohol with like a little bit of essential oils so it doesn't aggressively smell like alcohol. And I'm just gonna go along the line of my brow, anywhere I don't want color, because this will stain the skin a little bit. So this ends up looking a little bit darker when you first do it because it stains the skin underneath the brow, and that's what will fade, you know, the next 2 times that your client washes their face. So it's gonna look a little bit darker right at first, and then it'll fade out to just being on the hairs.
How long would you say it lasts?
This lasts about, I would say 4 to 5 weeks. I mean, I like to do it every month, so every 4 weeks. So, yeah, lasts about 4 to 5 weeks. Shayna's already looks really dark. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, so they will show you in 20 minutes right before we take it off what they look like, because it's aggressive, and you'll see why I say, you know, for those clients that don't like big changes, don't let them see themselves in the mirror. So we have been processing for about 25-ish minutes, maybe 30, give or take. I like to leave it on for like 30 minutes for me. My clients, I'll leave it on for about 20. And then I'm just taking my little cloth here, and these are the Salon Essentials, like little, they say aesthetic wipes. It's great to wipe people's hairline with this. And then I mix up some alcohol, a little bit of water, and some essential oils. And then we're just gonna wipe it off. And you can see how dramatic the transition is from the color being on to then wiping it off. And you can just use water, but I kind of like to be fancy. Okay, so that's gonna be what my brows are gonna look like, and obviously it took off a little bit of my makeup, but as you can see, it's not super dark. Like, they look really dark when they've been processed, but after we take off the color, they look really natural and pretty. And then just be careful, you know, when you're doing this, obviously not to get it in like your client's eye or something dramatic. So that would not be a good moment. All right, and we're in the middle of the day at work. So I'm gonna cut my client's hair while Shayna takes off her brows. Run into stuff too.
Ooh, my wrinkles are out.
Let's go get Botox.
Let's go get Botox.
Let's go. Let's